Hi from Cambridge. Hello, lawyers and law students who are learning legal English. I'm Catherine Mason. I'm here to take you from academic legal English to the exact legal English you need to do the job. Please don't forget to download your free PDF so you can continue practicing after I've gone. Welcome to our quick legal vocabulary class. Arrears. Lawyers use the legal English word arrears when speaking about money and finance. This is a key word that every commercial lawyer needs to know. Arrears refers to an amount of money. It's money that someone agreed to pay on a specific date, but they failed to do so. For example, I borrow £100 from you and I agree to pay you back on the 1st of December. However, the 2nd of December arrives and I have not paid you back the £100. A lawyer will now refer to that £100 as arrears. I have arrears of £100. Lawyers use this word in several different ways. For example, you can fall into arrears in the same way as you can say to fall in love. I don't know which one's worse, but you can fall into arrears and you can fall in love. You choose which one you prefer. This is a bit more polite to say fall into, because it suggests I have fallen into arrears by mistake rather than deliberately. Here's an example situation. You borrowed £20,000 from our bank and you agreed to repay this sum in equal monthly instalments of £385 a month on the first day of every month. We have not received this month's instalment and write to notify you that you have fallen into arrears, which is in breach of your loan agreement. So that word instalments, it's quite important. It's when you have to repay a big amount of money, but instead of paying it in one lump sum, you pay it in equal monthly parts. Each monthly part is called an instalment. So because you borrowed £20,000, you're paying that back £385 a month, which, by the way, includes some interest, some simple interest, probably over 5 years. And the moment you don't pay, the bank will write to you or email you now, notify you in your app that you've fallen into arrears. That's quite polite. It suggests that you've kind of forgotten or you've made a mistake rather than you are in arrears. They'll get less polite later. Let's continue. Here we are. Please note that interest is now accruing on the arrears at a rate of 22% per annum as set out in your loan agreement. Accruing means accumulating. Now that rate of 22% is not illegal in the UK. Our government do not put a limit on what a bank can do in this situation. So when I first borrowed the money, I probably agreed to a simple interest rate of about 6 or 7% to borrow the £20,000. But now that I'm in arrears, or I have fallen into arrears, look at that rate of interest. That's compound interest. It's interest on a sum of money that already contains simple interest. We'll have to do another explanation of just that one thing. Set out means explained or written, and it's in the loan agreement. So when you or I sign the loan agreement to borrow money from this bank, we probably didn't read it, and we probably saw the simple interest rate of 6% and thought, okay, but look at that. The moment you fall into arrears, 22% interest on the £385 arrears. Let's move. How is arrears different from debt? Debt is not always a negative. People and businesses get into debt all of the time and pay the money back on the agreed date. Arrears is always negative in meaning. It refers to a debt that was not paid back on the date agreed. I think a really useful thing for you to do is to get the word debt and the word arrears very clear in your first language. They're different things. For example, I currently have debt because when I buy tickets or a holiday, I pay for them on my credit card. Why? Because that gives me legal protection to get a refund if something goes wrong. It's much safer to buy things on a credit card rather than on your bank account card. So I've bought tickets to go and see Taylor Swift with my granddaughter. It's on my credit card. I've got debt. It's fine. If I pay that credit card on the agreed date, it's fine. But if I don't, I've got arrears, and I'll have to see what happens to the interest rate if I make that mistake. Congrats! You can now use the word arrears like a legal professional. To practice this word and more for free, download that PDF. What are you waiting for? It's homework. Do it. The link is in the description and the comment below. See you next time. Do not fall into arrears. Bye bye.